There are many different safety considerations you need to think about on your job every day. People who work in housekeeping have specific duties and responsibilities. The kitchen staff has their own set of rules and regulations relating to their work. Workers in the maintenance shop face entirely different hazards than those working in the laundry. There is, however, one safety concern that applies to everyone, and that is safe lifting. Whether you work in housekeeping, the kitchen, or maintenance, you need to learn safe lifting techniques and practice them every time you lift anything. It's vital to your own safety and health. Remember, the only person that can prevent back injuries is you. The property can provide you with the training and information, but it's really up to you. After all, you're the one who does the lifting, and only you can make sure you do it right. You might ask yourself why safe lifting is so important. It's a common question, and the answer is simple. Unsafe lifting causes back injuries. That's a fact that cannot be denied. You may have been lifting incorrectly for years, but it only takes one unsafe lift to seriously injure your back. Is it worth the risk? A back injury can result in severe pain, time off from work, reduced pay, and painful rehabilitation. You probably know someone who has severe back pain. Many back injuries are debilitating to the point of limiting one's ability to work or other major life functions. The truth of the matter is that most of us don't think about our back, much less the health of our back, until we feel pain there. Once the injury has occurred, it's too late to undo the act or acts that lead up to the injury. So, lift properly. It's the safe thing to do. But exactly how do you lift safely? The basic rule is to always bend your legs, not your back. This one fact cannot be stressed enough. If you bend your back like this while lifting, you're asking for trouble. The basic safe lifting procedure is simple and easy to understand. To begin, place your feet close to the item you're going to lift. Squat down, close to the object, keeping your back in its natural curvature. Get a good grip on the object. Test the weight of the object to make sure you'll be comfortable with the lift. Next, bring the item close to your body to reduce the stress caused by the 10-to-1 lever principle. Once you have the item close to your body, stand up, keeping your back as straight as possible. That's the basic safe lifting technique, and it does work. Let's take a quick look at a complete safe lift to show you again the proper method. Remember, bend your legs, not your back. And if the item is too heavy or too awkward to lift by yourself, get some help. One person should be in charge during the team lift to make sure you lift the item in unison and keep both people safe. But in a hotel environment, you're not always just picking up a box. This is where your common sense and good judgment comes into play. And that's exactly what you should do, being careful not to twist or stretch as you lift. If at any time you feel an item is too heavy to lift or move alone, ask for help. Don't try to lift it alone. Twisting your back while lifting can also create back problems. You should never twist while lifting anything. This point is often overlooked because people are busy trying to get the job done, and sometimes they forget about safety. Instead of twisting your back, pick the item up, pivot your feet, then set the item down, or rearrange the items to reduce the need to twist. This simple method can save you a lot of potential pain and agony. Another grave mistake that people make is to try to catch a falling object. If you think about it, it is our natural instinct to try to prevent something from falling to the ground. We should reset our mind from an instinctual reaction to a thoughtful reaction, so that in a split second we judge whether to catch or allow it to fall. A light box, catch it. A heavier box, let it fall. Your health is more valuable than anything inside that box. A knife, of course, let it or any other sharp object drop and get out of the way. Don't overstretch your back. We realize that you must stretch to a certain degree to perform your job in an efficient manner, but there is no reason to overstretch. Stretching too far can damage muscles and stretch ligaments in your back. Use a long-handled tool or reposition your body to reduce stretching. If you have to lift something over your head, do so very carefully. Lift the item from the ground and set it on a shelf or other mid-level surface. Then reposition your grip and carefully lift the item over your head. Shelves should be arranged with lighter items on top, heavier items in the middle, and bulky items on the bottom. This allows the heavy items to be in your power zone when you lift. Typically, housekeepers spend about 1/2 of the workday making beds. If done improperly, you run a great risk of suffering a back injury. To keep yourself safe from injury while making beds, as we said before, do not stretch or overreach. Instead, walk around the bed and be sure to bend your legs when you tuck in the sheets. Do not throw or snap the sheets or other bedding over the bed. Instead, place it on the bed and walk around the bed to get as close as possible to the work. Do not stoop or bend your back, but instead bend your knees and crouch briefly while pulling the corner of the bedsheet over the mattress. Also, bend your knees to minimize bending of your back as you lift the mattress corner and tuck in the top bedsheet, or use a tool to assist in raising the mattress. It doesn't take any more time, and it protects your back. One more thing, your cart. It's heavy, no doubt, and you help by not overloading your cart in the first place, but it's easy to push and maneuver if you do it properly. Pulling a cart places undue stress on your back, arms, and shoulders. Always push the cart. It's easier to control and easier on your back. The weight of an item is only part of the equation. Even light items need to be picked up using proper postures. Safe lifting techniques need to be used whenever you lift anything. Remember, get close to the item and bend your legs, keeping your back in its natural curvature, and then lift the item. If at any time you have a question about your ability to perform a lift safely, stop and ask your supervisor. They would rather show you the right way than lose a valuable associate. The point we want to stress most is personal responsibility. You and nobody else are responsible for the health and condition of your back. If you practice safe lifting techniques, it will greatly reduce your risk of injury, and you'll be a healthier and more professional associate. Nobody else can do it for you. A healthy and pain-free back is a luxury taken for granted by many individuals. Don't take your health for granted. Follow the safe lifting techniques outlined in this program, and you'll be doing your part to prevent back injuries. Remember, bend your legs, not your back. Don't overstretch. Avoid twisting while lifting, and get help with heavy or awkward items.